Waterfowl hunting is awesome, but it's even more wonderful with the dog there to share it with. For me, it's not complete without the retriever. That's one reason why we do what we do. There's just something about the dog being there that matters.
If you had told me when I was 18 years old, at some point during my life there'd be 8 years that I didn't hardly get to hunt any because I was in the Army, I probably would have laughed in your face. But, you know, it was hard. I didn't hunt just a whole lot. I hunted when I could. You try to focus your time around your family because there's a lot of people that just don't get to see their families. Never left home much. I'd stayed, worked on a farm my whole life. Decided I was going to see what I could do for my country. When I joined the Army, I was just single, barrel-chested freedom fighter is what some people would call it. I stayed stateside for about 2 years. My first duty station was my first deployment. We went to Mosul, Iraq, 2009-10. We're one of the last combat units to be in Iraq before we pulled out. A total of 3 deployments in Iraq, Afghanistan twice.
Army sniper with his unit, and he's guiding now in the wintertime. He guides over in East Arkansas, and he didn't have a dog.
You build a relationship with the men that you've been in war with and the men that you've been stationed with. It's just it's unbreakable, it really is. And then it's hard as well leaving that, coming back home, and just knowing that you'll probably never see those friends that you made again. Marty come along and I met Marty and then he introduced me to Monte. It's just, you know, I got a love for that dog that I couldn't really explain. Like he picked up some broken pieces that we had that I needed as a person. I feel like Monte's been there for my family when we needed him. He's been really good to us. Go with you. Something I really like about Monte is he can turn on a snap of your fingers. I can go with him from our session in the evenings on training. Early in the mornings, he'll do everything he's supposed to do. Monte. Water probably feels good. Good. You know, even being he's our work dog, he's part of a family dog too. He spends more time with us. You know, he just don't go to the kennel and stay and work and work. I feel like at 5 years old, Monte's everything you could ask for in a dog. Back. Ashley can come out there with a tennis ball. She can pick him up, go out in the yard with bumpers, and do everything that he needs to do. Monte looks at her just like he does me. That's the good thing about him. He don't just listen to one person. I feel like Wyatt, he enjoys going to hunt with Monte more than he enjoys going to hunt with me, just because it's a little boy and this dog, you know. He knows it. Monte listens to him too, and he just feels like he's part of the hunt. Monte loves Wyatt, Wyatt loves him. It's just, I feel like I'm able to watch Monte and Wyatt grow up together. And I feel like that's what kids need. They need that dog in their life. And so I can see the love that Wyatt has for Monte too, and it just, I mean, it's all complete. We'll take Monte with us. If we don't take him, that's the first thing somebody asks. They say, where's Monte at? You know, I feel like they don't even care about seeing me, they just want to see the dog. But he's become such a part of the family because you don't ever know he's there. Monte knows how to come in, be quiet, sit still somewhere. And I was just so pleased with that.
You got rice, a little okra.
Thank y'all for lunch.
Thank you very much.
Whoever made it.
Lucky day, my friend. Look at there.
It seems like the first day I met Monte, he was part of me. Like we've been together ever since he was born, you'd thought.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know how many times I've sent Monte and I swore that he wasn't gonna come back with it, and here he pumps over a log and he's got the duck in his mouth, you know. Same way on our goose fields, we've got fields, a lot of them rice bumps up to a bean field. This year, we had a bird that went down. Bird was still alive. I didn't even send the dog after him. Marty looks over at me and said, let's send Monte after him. One hand signal, you know, stopped him at 300 yards and sent him the rest of the way. Here comes Monte busting through the bushes with a speck in his mouth. I just can't get enough of that dog. I have to brag on him. Stuttgart's really dear to my heart. I figure it was probably in 2001, that's when I graduated, that I started coming to hunt Arkansas. Being it is Stuttgart, there's just so much history here in this town. You could be at anywhere else and they go, it's just part of Arkansas. But Stuttgart seems to stick in everybody's mind. Where you go hunting, they said Stuttgart, you go, oh, it's that place. You know, there's history here that people have no idea about. All they care about is the duck hunting. But if you'd actually come into the Duck Museum here in town, where we're at today for letting us film here, come into the town, check out the history a little bit about it. It's just a good deal here. I enjoy it. There's a lot of ducks in other parts of Arkansas, but I just feel like here's home. A few times during the summer, I'll come up here and I'll help Zach.
You make that 100 acres.
Monte's there and he's ready to work.
This is a deep well, and one of our relifts and stuff are low on water. We use these. Pulls the water up out of the ground. We have several miles of underground pipelines, And all you do is it has a riser head. You'll open the riser head and put your riser lid on it, and it'll feed your poly pipe. You poke the hose, just a flat piece of plastic pipe, and when you put the water in it, it swells up, and then you take a little hole poker and you start poking holes in it. That's how we irrigate our rice, we irrigate our beans, we row crop all our beans, and levee water all our rice. Think I got enough pods on it?
Nobody wants to get out there and fight cottonmouths all day long in a rice field. It's just not something everybody wants to do. But it's just part of it. If you're going to have a good time in the winter, you know, you've got to do your hard work in the summer. Mont, you wouldn't know outside of them 60 days that Mont was a duck dog. He lays on his back. He wants to lay in the back of the truck, and he don't like leaving the air conditioner. But if you try to leave him at home, he's upset at you for 2 days after that. You know, he likes to go with me everywhere I go. We go to the farm, he'll go around, he'll water in the rice fields, you know, he has a good time.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 117 pods on one plant.
Sounds good.
Yeah. He'll probably go 90 bushels.
Yeah.
Just kind of gives you an idea what it's supposed to do.
Whatever makes the birds come. Yep. If I did have a service dog, I figure Mont's my service dog. Because you see a lot of people that still hunt, but when hunting season comes, that dog's no longer a part of them. That dog can't go out with them where they go. So Mont's with me every day.
This side they're on the north side of that bank, of that stub levee.
When you see how many people likes it, they want to come out here and they work. Everybody wants to duck hunt. Nobody wants to come and work, though. It's always been that way, though. It won't ever change. You got people like Zach, though. That's what makes it happen.
This reservoir, we use this as irrigation. You can see the pump. We pump this water out of the reservoir to use to irrigate the crops. And our neighbors right next to us are building one right now. So you can see what this one looks like. It's been here for several years. And then you can see what the process of building a new one is like. It's a lot of long hours and big machinery.
It got to where he was one of the main guide services around that was hunting specs at the time. I wanted to go with him more, and he said, man, I'm getting more clients. He said, I don't have a lot of time. And I said, well, I want to go hunting. He said, well, you're just going to have to come to work for me. So, man, we've known each other for 5 years. And about 4 years ago is when I started, you know, full-time with him in the evenings. After I'd get done duck hunting, I'd go and I'd meet up with him. And I just try to show my help, you know, help where I can, do what I can do, and just to make our guide service that much better. And Zach sees that, and I feel like we're growing. Everything I'd ever believed about hunting timber at the time, you know, about having a black dog kind of went away because I was falling more in love with Mont. Mont was everything you could ask for. You'd forget he was on a stand or in the blind with you if you didn't turn around and know that you had a dog there. Some of the days we hunt it slow. I mean, sunshine or not, it's just not going to have a push of ducks or somebody, they've moved over some night. Freeze, we can't get enough water going through, it's freeze, which some of the days is over in 15 minutes. Some of the days we're there banging it out till lunchtime. You don't ever know. And the good thing about Monte is he don't know that if it's a 5-minute hunt, a 15-minute hunt, or a 4-hour hunt, Monte's gonna stay there on the stand. He's not gonna lay down. He's ready. He's up in the air looking at ducks. We'll laugh about it. He'll be looking the other way. You hit the safety, Monte's ready to go. He's looking up. He knows something's fixing to happen. Duck calls, he'll start watching this side, you know. Monte never gives up. He's gonna sit there and watch. If you stay out there, he's gonna stay out there. Everybody loves him. Everybody that duck hunts for Monte, they go, hey, there's that dog that don't whine on the stand. You know, that's the one you never know's back there. You don't even have to stand beside him. Monte's there and he's ready to work. We've just been really lucky to have such a good dog like that, and I'm pleased with Marty because he knew exactly what dog I needed. We have a good time hunting, but he also is a perfect dog at my house. He's good to my wife, he's good to my kids, he's always there. I feel like if I didn't have him, he always keeps me busy. He always keeps me cheered up. And, you know, without him, I don't know some of the things I could have got through.
So this week, we're going to talk about pros and cons, males versus females. And every week I get calls about this. So I thought we would address this and give people some ideas. But it's a personal choice. That's what I tell people. There's good and there's bad with both. You need to look at the line, you need to look at the parents, whether you want male or female. What I tell people is if you're going to hunt big geese, Canada geese, the big ones, I would probably choose a male if it were me. If somebody hunts around ice a lot, really tough conditions, you might consider a male over a female. Not that some females can't do it, but it is something that is a real, problem to deal with. Not everybody in the country has that problem. In the South, there are a lot of boat hunters. A lot of those guys like females because they're easier to get in and out of the boat. Both males and females for waterfowl hunting, if they come from good bloodlines, have more than should have more than enough drive. Males don't necessarily have any more than females, and vice versa. Another thing you have to consider with females are heat cycles. If somebody is going to spay a female, we recommend that you wait until after the second heat cycle. This is debatable. We like to make sure that they've had all their growth hormones, their bone density is good, and especially their joints have formed and shaped like they need to. If we neuter them or spay them too soon, there's a greater likelihood that that's not going to take place. With males, we personally believe in leaving them intact. We think just like a professional athlete, if you neutered a professional athlete, they're probably not going to perform as well as one that's been left intact. So we consider these professional athletes. So I guess in the end, performance for the most part is going to be similar. A fast female's nice, a strong male's nice, depending on what your needs are. Boat hunters, females would probably be a better choice if you're actually hunting out of the boat a lot. If
you're hunting big geese, I'd probably go with the male. Look at your needs. Look at the parentage. Don't just pick up the paper and just go pick one up. Really study the bloodlines. Just make a list of the things that you want in a dog, and then go out and find it. You know, we live in a country that's full of waterfowlers that are raising great dogs, and it's not going to be hard to find a good one. Just take your time. It doesn't matter male or female. Make you a list of what you want, and then go out and find it.